All right, so let's do this in 3, 2, 1. Hello, everybody. Hope you're having a great day today. Today on the bike, we got Tiny Tater.
Hello.
Today, we're going to be going on a quick ride today. And thought it'd be a good opportunity to do a quick review of the Cardo Packtalk Bold. We've had this system for well over a year. I've had it for probably 2 years now at this point. And my quick and dirty is I highly recommend it. If you do not have a bike that has speakers, like if you're not on a bagger, if you're on a Scout or a Sportster or a sport bike or anything like that, and you want to be able to communicate with riders or even just use it as a Bluetooth device with your phone, or just listen to music, I highly recommend this system. The voice quality is okay. It takes a little bit to get used to. So like even when I'm talking with Tiny Tater, on your end, how does it sound? Like when I talk, how does it sound for you?
It's still kind of muffled a little bit. I can hear you about like 80-90% of the time. But there's sometimes where like something will cut out or like I just don't hear it, it's too faint. But overall I still like it, it's still good. Volume-wise, we have been like trying to play with the app and I turn up the volume on my phone, Bluetooth, whatever you want to call it, right? And that seemed to help. But there's still some times where it's like, wait, what did you say? I feel like what's her face from Monsters Inc. That old receptionist.
The old receptionist from what?
From Monsters Inc.
Oh, yeah. The slug.
Yeah, but sometimes I'm like, what?
Wazowski, you didn't file your paperwork last night.
Like, is that, I don't know, maybe I'm going deaf too.
No, like this point being exactly like, I didn't quite hear what you said when you were trying to describe the movie, and so I wasn't exactly sure what you're talking about. So,
yeah.
When we're talking, sometimes the audio gets cut out or it gets kind of muffled, and part of that is due to the exhaust, where the mic will pick up the exhaust from the bike, and then that'll play over the headset. So, some part of that is my fault for just having a louder exhaust, but it's not just an open mic, where it just picks up anything and everything, because otherwise you'd just be hearing wind noise the entire time. So I will say the Cardo does a very good job of quieting down the wind noise when you're not talking, and so that way you're not just constantly hearing just the whole time. But it does have some trade-offs, so it's not perfectly clear, but it is serviceable, where if you're talking with other people, especially over the mesh network, which is fantastic, if you get too far away from people and you lose connectivity, as soon as you get back in range, it reconnects. So that's really nice. And you've called me quite a few times while I've been out riding.
Oh my God, yeah.
And how does the audio quality sound when you're calling me on a phone?
The audio quality is still fine. Like, obviously I hear it better because I'm not on the bike.
Would you be able to tell I was riding if you didn't know?
Yes.
You did? Okay. Why is that?
You can still tell. I will say, like, I don't think you can really hear, like, a lot of wind, but you can just hear, like, I don't want to call it static, but kind of just white noise. Like, you can't tell it's wind, but there's something else in the background.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of like you're talking through a pillow type thing.
Yeah. But overall, like you said, I still think it's good. I still would recommend it because, like, when you have rides like this or even group rides, it's still nice to have.
Yeah. And I will say, even if you're on your own, I would still highly recommend this because, one, the JBL speakers are, in my opinion, really nice. Like, they sound really good. They get very loud if you want them to be loud. So I've never had an issue of them being too quiet or not being able to hear anything. They've been very, very good. I've listened to hundreds, if not thousands of hours with these speakers, and they still sound fantastic. They still sound really good. And I've been very happy with them. And connecting with it is easy. Just turn it on, it'll automatically connect to my phone. And then the voice commands are usually pretty good. Sometimes I will have to repeat myself to turn the music off or on. So I'll be like, hey, C word. Music on. And then,
Cardo!
hey!
Hey!
But then it'll and then it'll play. So that's really kind of the most, I think the biggest problem, quote unquote, I've had with it is sometimes I'll have to repeat myself for the voice commands. But that's not that big of a deal. And then even then, just being able to touch everything, with my really thick gloves, with these gloves, it's really easy to tell what I'm pushing, and scrolling is easy to find. So even while writing, it's pretty voice crack. Even while writing, it is pretty easy to utilize this and you push on the buttons and do whatever you got to do if you need to do it. But 9 times out of 10, the voice commands will take care of everything you got to do. And if you're just getting a call, just push a button and it'll connect the call. Same thing to hang up. So it's very easy to use. And it just works. I don't really use the app too much. I haven't really needed to because I've been able to pretty much do everything straight from the unit itself. But the app does offer some customization options. So if you want to have the voice come out through louder, if you want to prioritize the music, or have the music kind of go down if you're talking to somebody else, you can actually have music and be talking at the same time. So it does let you pretty much do whatever you want to do and customize it how you want to customize it. What do you like and dislike about it?
I mean, I kind of said the volume for me is the biggest one. I feel like I have it at the highest volume, but even then it's still cutting out. Not cutting out, but still seems kind of low. And I don't know if it's just also the function of the earplugs that I have on. I don't know, but that's
what kind of earplugs do you have on?
Noise canceling. I don't know. You bought them for me.
Okay, so they're the ones I bought for you. Okay. So those are the high fidelity ones. Okay, so you're not wearing the super thick foam ones that we sometimes wear to go to sleep.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay. But
well, if you're wearing the ones I bought you, they're the high fidelity ones, so they should sound okay.
It's okay. So it sounds fine. When I hear you, it's fine. But sometimes it's just not that the volume isn't loud. My biggest issue is the volume. Just maybe I'm doing something wrong. Maybe that's my settings. I don't know. But that's my biggest complaint. It's not hard to set up. It's not hard to sync or whatever. It's fairly straightforward.
Yeah.
So no complaints there.
It could also just be my microphone because I'm using... So when you buy the unit, it comes with 2 microphones. It comes with a microphone that you can stick inside your helmet as if you're using a full face helmet, like what we're wearing. Or if you have a modular helmet, it has one where it's kind of a boom mic kind of thing. That's not right. It's not like a boom mic, but it's actually kind of like a lavalier mic that'll stick out. And you can use either one of those to connect into everything. And for whatever reason, I thought the one that you would use with a modular helmet might work better for me. I don't know why I did that. So that's why I have in my helmet right now. And Tiny Tater has the one that sticks inside of the full-faced helmet. It could just be where my microphone isn't doing a good enough job picking up my voice. And so that could be why it's cutting in and out for Tiny Tater. So who knows? But it does also happen when I've been riding with Rome. Sometimes it'll be hard to clearly hear what the other person is saying. So it's almost kind of like as the voice is being transmitted and as it's being picked up and transmitted, because it's trying to filter out all that, wind noise and the exhaust noise and everything else, it's also affecting the voice enough to where it is kind of distorting it a bit. So it does sometimes get a little bit hard to understand what the other person is saying. But I would say for me, in my experience, about 90% of the time, I can pretty clearly hear what they're saying. So it's only a few times where I've had to ask people to repeat themselves. And then it'll be fine.
So, to be completely honest, maybe the last 30 seconds, 45 seconds, I didn't understand anything.
But that's nothing new. That's not the Cardo's fault. That's just,
Are you dissing me?
No, that was more of a slight on me, not communicating clearly enough.
Oh. No, I can't hear it. That's what we're talking about. I just can't hear it.
Yeah.
Let us know if we're screwing something up, if the comment's slow.
Yeah, probably are. But it could also just be the setup that we have as well, trying to record everything and having it go through. I have multiple wide connectors so that way I can capture all the audio. So if I didn't have that, maybe that's also something that's affecting the audio quality as well. I don't know for sure, but it could possibly be where if I wasn't trying to record, then maybe it would come out better. I've never actually tried to not record while trying to communicate with somebody else, so that's maybe something worth trying, and maybe that's the culprit.
Yeah. Also, can I just say, I didn't realize how low the water was.
Yeah, in my most recent video, I actually commented how low the water is. It's pretty insane.
Yeah.
It's lost a lot of water. Welcome to California.
What was that line from Obama's anger translator? You think Bradley Cooper wanted to come here?
California is bone dry!
He wanted a glass of water!
We do need to stay focused on some big challenges, like climate change.
Hey, listen, y'all, if you haven't noticed, California is bone dry. It looked like a trailer for the new Mad Max movie up in there. Y'all think that Bradley Cooper came here because he wants to talk to Chuck Todd? He needed a glass of water!
Example A. On your right, you'll see how dry California really is.
Hey, I put one of my stickers up there.
Oh my gosh.
I put it up as high as I possibly could. I jumped up and slapped it on.
That's what I have to do when I want to touch your butt.
Yep. For context.
Okay.
For
So
context.
there's our review for Cardo.
So all in all, I'm very happy with it. I highly recommend it. The mesh network is very convenient to have. So that way if you lose connection, you don't have to pull over and reconnect and all that good stuff. The speakers are great. The app is great. Gives you customization options. It's easy to use. And there's really some just minor quality of life things that you may have to deal with.
And the guy was checking on your bike.
Huh?
The guy was just checking on your bike.
Damn straight. So anyway, I highly recommend it. I will certainly be purchasing more Cardo products in the future if I ever need to. I've thoroughly enjoyed using this, and I will continue to use this as my daily driver for communications, for music, for pretty much everything else whenever I'm writing. So highly recommend it. Big thumbs up for me. Worth the cost, worth the price. And yeah, and they've just come out with some new products and all that other good stuff as well. So check that out. I'm sure there's something that's good for you. And yeah, so if you have any other comments or questions, leave them down below. Tiny Tater, any parting thoughts?
Huh? I'm kidding. No, I mean, yeah, even though for me the volume has been the biggest issue, I still recommend it. I just like to talk to people, so I like it, so I can talk to you and not just be alone with my thoughts.
So
which isn't always a bad thing.
If you're going to be riding with your spouse and you don't want to talk to them, maybe don't get this product. Unless you just put them on mute and just let them talk to themselves.
You can do that, yeah.
So even then, they get the pleasure of thinking they're communicating with you and talking with you, and you get to enjoy your silence or your music or whatever else you want to do. So it's a win-win for everybody. All right, everybody, we're going to call it there for today. As always, be brave, do good, take care of yourselves, and have a great day. We'll catch you in the next one. Bye, everybody.
Later.